We are here today in New York during Climate Week and the UN General Assembly, coming together with CEOs and executives from all walks of life to hear directly from them on how they can help to create sustainable impact through their businesses. Climate change impacts everyone, but especially vulnerable communities. Addressing it requires a just transition, advancing societal and environmental goals together, as progress in one area depends on the others. In this interview, we'll be speaking with Justina Nixon, Vice President and Chief Impact Officer, Christina Shim, Chief Sustainability Officer, and Oday Abash, Global Sustainability Services Leader at IBM Consulting, who will share insights from over 50 years at the intersection of business, technology, and impact. IBM is an organization dedicated to helping businesses in reaching their sustainability goals by integrating AI-driven data into daily operations, leveraging expertise to deliver both profit and purpose. All right, Christina, can you tell me more about IBM's history in environmental sustainability?
Sure. I was actually really excited to join IBM because we have such a strong legacy in this space. So we actually put out our first environmental policy back in 1971. That's before sustainability was kind of a hip and cool trend. It was before people really talked about it. To me, that really indicates a lot about how it's core to our legacy, it's core to our DNA. It's really important in how we grow and how we operate as a business. And since then, it's just continued. So in 2015, we signed the Paris Agreements. In 2019, we actually co-founded the Climate Leadership Council. And of course, we have our own net zero goal. We're planning on being net zero by 2030. So I think there's a lot of really amazing things that we're building off of here and our legacy.
Justina, I'm so glad you can come in and talk with us right now. Tell me what you do at IBM.
At IBM, I'm the Chief Impact Officer. So I oversee a team that supports our social impact programs in our communities, really focused on sustainability and education.
Can you tell me a little bit about IBM and its commitments?
Yeah, so IBM Impact is our framework where we organize all of our different goals and commitments that we've made to secure a more sustainable future. And within that framework, we have three pillars: our environmental impact, our equitable impact, and ethical impact. And under each of these pillars, we have very specific commitments. So under environmental impact, we aim to meet operational greenhouse gas emissions by 2030. Under equitable impact, we focus on skilling 30 million people by 2030. And then under ethical impact, we are training 1,000 technology suppliers in tech ethics. So this just gives you examples of some of the goals we have under each of these areas.
How does IBM work with clients to support and amplify projects across different industries?
So we work across all industries, and in the space that we're here to discuss around sustainability, we're very much focused on working and supporting our clients with the operationalizing of sustainability and truly embedding sustainability across their enterprise. We have plenty of research that shows those companies that embed sustainability across the entire organization, they outperform their peer groups on profitability, on revenue growth, and on talent retention. So in that regard, we support clients across all industries in many different aspects of their businesses.
Justina, how is IBM helping vulnerable communities?
Yeah, so we help vulnerable communities by providing access to skills and technology. An example of the work that we do is through our commitment to skill 30 million people by 2030. We have implemented programs to provide access to skills such as AI and cyber and workplace learning skills as well. And we've actually skilled around 11.5 million people since the end of last year.
Justina, how does the IBM Sustainability Accelerator program support projects related to the SDGs?
Yeah, so the IBM Sustainability Accelerator leverages IBM's technology and solutions such as AI and hybrid cloud. And in partnership with governments, universities, and nonprofit organizations, we implement solutions that really support communities that are most vulnerable to environmental threats. So an example is our focus on SDG 2 around sustainable agriculture, SDG 7 around clean energy solutions, SDG 6 around water management, and we just implemented an RFP this year to focus on SDG 11, resilient cities. One of the things that we do that's really unique is that we work with organizations over the course of 2 years. We provide full expertise and we bring them into our IBM garage and we help them iterate and create those solutions, and then we measure the outcomes. A really great example is through our partnership with UNDP, where we worked with them to create forecasting and modeling solution and index that really supports where and how you deliver clean energy solutions. And through our sustainable agriculture focus, we have reached 65,000 beneficiaries working with smallholder farmers who we provided access to our data and AI insights. And it's really helping them understand when to water, decision-making using AI, and how to increase yield.
O'Day, explain the ways that IBM is empowering organizations, maybe with AI or other technologies, to integrate sustainability into their processes.
Sure. So we're all about helping our clients operationalize sustainability. So that's all about embedding sustainability into their core business operations, not having it as a silo, but actually running across each aspect of their business, whether that's in supply chain and manufacturing, procurement, finance, HR, IT, and so on. And a big part of that is actually having the right data made available to the decision makers. And AI, and Gen AI in particular, has an enormous role to play in accelerating the data component of what clients need. And that then enables faster, more accurate decision making at source. So if you're in procurement and you're making procurement decisions, having access to the right data from a sustainability perspective is a massive part of how you accelerate and embed sustainability in your business. And the same applies in many other parts of the organization.
Can you give an example or two of what kind of data AI can produce to help businesses become more sustainable?
Yeah, very happy to. So I'll take a couple of quick examples. So if I think about the energy transition with large grids needing to move to renewable energy sources, that's actually really difficult for most grid operators to figure out how best to balance the load and how to take account of intermittent sources of energy versus the fossil fuel sources that they've worked on for years. So AI, and Gen AI in particular, is used extensively in working with grid operators to help them do that load balancing. That's one example. Another one, when it comes to reporting, we touched on earlier, the increasing amount of regulation from a reporting perspective. We're using Gen AI to help some clients in the CPG space, as an example, accelerate their CSRD reporting. That's a particular European directive which all large corporations have to comply with. And again, using Gen AI can massively shorten the timeframes for them to do that reporting. And the examples carry on into all sorts of different industries. But in essence, it all starts with data and having access to the right data from across the enterprise and the third-party supply chain, and then using Gen AI to actually compute and model that data and provide the necessary insights.
Christina, how does IBM approach AI in the sustainability context?
Yeah, so it's been really fascinating because IBM on its own has gone through a lot of pivots and transformations. It started as a manufacturing company, and when Arvind Krishna, our current CEO, took over 4 years ago, we've completely pivoted now. We are now focused as a hybrid cloud and AI company. So AI is at the forefront of everything we do. We've been doing it for a while, even before the Gen AI hype, I think, started coming into existence. And I will say that it's really critical in terms of how we embed AI as part of our products. How does that help with sustainability use cases for our customers and our partners? How can AI be used to accelerate their sustainability journey? And on the flip side, how can we also ensure that AI is also built more sustainably, right? So there's conversations, as there should be, on the energy and electricity consumption and water consumption of Gen AI models, the intentionality of where you locate your infrastructure and processing, how you think about upgrades, what size of a model you're actually looking into and using as part of the outcomes that you're trying to drive. These are all ways that we're being intentional and working with our partners to be intentional in how they think about AI and sustainability.
Christina, how do you use AI to meet your sustainability goals, and how do you think about AI from sustainability lenses?
So as I had mentioned, we are embedding AI, as we have been previously, but even more intentionally now, into all of our products, software especially. And I would say that we, as client zero, meaning within IBM, kind of drink from our own champagne. We're testing our own technology in-house to support us on our own sustainability journey. So that includes everything from products like Tririga, which help with commercial real estate and energy efficiency and occupancy within the buildings, to Maximo, that supports with predictive health and maintenance and monitoring of different facilities and factories, to Invisi, which is kind of like a single source of truth for all data that you need to aggregate, analyze, pull insights from, and action from in order to automate how you think about and action sustainability within your portfolio, within the company. So that client zero piece is really important so that we can also add requirements, make sure that we're doing what we need to do, help IBM, help the products, help our customers in a way that's meaningful to reach the goals that we need to. I think the other piece of this is how do we make sure that we are embedding it, again, as part of how we think about our business. It's not just something that we do on the side. It's not something that, was kind of our past and we're leaving it for the future. It's something that we're thinking about in terms of how we embed intentional, sustainable AI and how we think about building our products more broadly, from everything from how we code to the shipping and packaging of our products and everything in between, and the recycle and circularity of them as well, in order to make sure that this is part and parcel of what we do on a day-to-day basis.
Fantastic talking with you, Christina. Thank you.
Thank you.
IBM has a track record of setting precedents with environmental commitments for over 50 years. For IBM, climate equity is about investing in environmental initiatives with a societal focus in mind. At IBM, the belief is that technology is a critical enabler to meet sustainability targets.